What's good, y'all? It's your man Sam, and here at Viral Hip Hop News. Go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you hit the notification bell to get all the latest notifications every time I drop a video here on the platform. I do appreciate it. All right, so it's been a year and a half now since the unfortunate passing of Kim Porter. She passed away November 2018. The cause of death was allegedly pneumonia. Now, she's famously known as being the ex-girlfriend of Diddy, being a mother of, I believe, 3 or 4 of his children, as well as having a child with R&B singer, R&B writer, Al B. Sure. Now, Al B. Sure was obviously shaken up, destroyed, distraught by the unfortunate news of her passing. Hasn't really said much about it since the passing. We've seen him at the funeral services, on stage with his son, on stage with Diddy, paying his respects, but been very quiet since then. Well, I think it was yesterday he came out with a very cryptic, odd message in regards to Kim Porter, obviously still mourning her death. Obviously, this wound is still very fresh in his soul. And he said this, man, it had me thinking, and I definitely want to share it with y'all. He said, the morning of the Soul Train Awards pre-production, Al B's around the world. I just found this footage from the morning I learned Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. Now, obviously, we can't see that post right now. I wasn't able, unfortunately, to catch it before he deleted it, but I am seeing what he read, and I will share this with y'all right now. He also went on to say, I had no clue. I do know very clearly, let me read that again. I do know very clearly that Kimberly did not just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health and was laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. Now, obviously, once this comes out, everyone's going to speculate on whether or not Diddy had anything to do with this. Diddy is one of people's favorite targets when it comes to these kind of things. I'm not going to sit back and place blame on that man or that brother yet, because I've seen the obvious pain that he went through. It's hard for me to believe, even though I know it happens, and I'm not naive to this disgusting point, that people do disgusting things to people they love. I find it hard to believe that a man will go that route and take the life of not only the mother of his son, his stepson, but the mother of his daughters as well. It just I find that hard to believe. I could be naive, like I said, but I do think it is very, very odd that a woman who was in great health, had access to all kind of medications, had access to all kind of health care, would pass away due to pneumonia. Pneumonia is very serious, but for her to pass away in great health is very, very odd to me. And I'll leave it at that. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Also, on the back end of this video, do not leave. I'm repeat, do not leave, because we had former Diddy associate Mark Curry on the podcast a couple months ago talking about this exact situation right here, Kim Porter's unfortunate demise, and how it seemed very odd to him. You don't want to miss that clip. You don't want to miss that content. You don't want to miss that segment. So stay tuned to the back end of this video. I do appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Al B. Shore's comments and soon to be Mark Curry's comments. Also subscribe to Viral Hip Hop News and make sure you subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Man, we doing the damn thing. Also, got Viral Hip Hop Sports on the way, man. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to that. The link will be in the description box as well. But I'm out of here, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe. Mark Curry, let's go.
The Kim Porter. There was a lot of videos that came out about the whole thing with Kim Porter. How do you feel about her passing away?
Kim was my sister. I knew her before. I think I knew her before I knew Puffy. But when you got money to buy medicine, like, I don't know, it's like it's hard for someone to live good, have money and everything, and then still die of pneumonia. Because you got money, you can go to the hospital, you can buy all the Theraflu in the world, you could do anything that you can possibly do to avoid or to help yourself recover from a sickness. But when you have someone and they are fortunate as what Kim was, and then they have pneumonia, you'd be like, hold up, something else had to have been going on that we're not understanding. But I don't get into that, because don't, but
Mm-hmm.
you know. Then they said she died of the pneumonia, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cause of death. This was real weird. Healthy woman.
Mm-hmm.
You would think, like you said, you would have all the resources. It's very strange, but one can't speculate because we really don't know.
Right. But then they calling it pneumonia, but now they calling it the COVID-19.
Mm.
So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we never really would know, you know what I'm saying? Because it could have been the COVID-19.
Mm.
But, you know,
Right.
now you don't even hear nobody dying or nobody with pneumonia since that epidemic. You don't hear nobody with a flu.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. You mean, you know, and I will tell you this. A lot of murders in Hollywood be cover-ups.
Damn.
You always hear the rumors. You always hear the rumor, or I would say conspiracies about it. Go a little bit deep into that if you may.
You got a lot of them be suicide. They be like, so and so commit suicide. No, why? You know, how Pimp C going overdose on drugs and he just had the I mean, you know, didn't he just have a problem with his heart?
Mm.
And now he died of an overdose. Overdose.
Mm.
Stuff that don't be making sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Dallas Austin had a brother, or has a brother named Claude Austin. He went to Los Angeles to do some business with Suge and them, and he died in his hotel. And they said that he overdosed on cocaine, and he just had open heart surgery. We knew he wasn't on cocaine.
Mm.
Wow.
They labeled it suicide. I mean, overdose. It's a lot of people like that. Look at Prince.
Mm.
Look at Michael Jackson. Or Whitney Houston. You know, just think about Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson owed them people. He owed them people so much money that the only way they was ever gonna get their money is when Michael Jackson died. And he owed so much money that there was a lot of people probably wanted him to die so they can get their money back. Same thing with Whitney Houston. You know, but it looked like an overdose. Nah, I'd be like, that's just what y'all want so y'all can get y'all bread.
Mm.
That's just Hollywood. There's a lot of that going on
I got this one last question for you. Once again, appreciate you taking the time
Definitely.
out to sit on the Hip Hop Center podcast. Recently, I'll say sometime in the past year, Mace, he came back out and reiterated and put Diddy back on blast about some royalties and stuff that he thought he was owed. Any insight on how you feel about that, man? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I wrote my book in 2009. I ain't heard May say one thing about it yet. So now you're gonna wait all of these years to say it. Like if you would have said this a long time ago, you would have been helping the people a little bit more. But now you just sat there and didn't say nothing. So I don't really look at him as being a hero, even though he a cool dude. But he never gonna be a hero of mine. But I don't look at him like somebody who's like, wow, you know, look what Mace did. I'd be like, man, he finally just decided to just say this now. Imagine if he would have said it a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have made a difference. He could have made a change. He could have, you know, that's the reason, you know, Puff do what he do because nobody won't say nothing to him. A lot of people do what they do because people be afraid to say something to them. You know what I'm saying? You can have a person with some money, they walk into a room, you need some money, but more people's afraid to ask them for money. Why? You know what I'm saying? That's how people do. So I don't really, I'd be like, he waited too late to want to say something. You know what I'm saying? But his publishing is old now. You know?
Yeah.
What is publishing? Ain't nobody buying music no more. What is publishing? What are you talking about from sale? Like if they playing it on the radio 100 times a day, you gonna win.
Right.
If they playing your song on maybe once every couple of months, your publishing check might only be about $1,400, $1,500.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, publishing checks was good, 70, 80, 100. But now that everything is TV ain't even popular no more. Don't nobody watch TV. Don't nobody listen to the radio station. They all on internet streaming and doing all of that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then streaming